trying to make sure his sneakers don't get dirty.
Man, I don't care about these shoes.
I need to get me some more boots.
So yes, today is day 2. I didn't get a chance to even do any kind of real recording on day 1. I had my hands full with 2 teenagers. But shout out to them, my cousin, for coming to help me out. As you know, these 6x6 posts are extremely heavy. So what I've done here is I've measured down 7.5 inches. I'm using 2x8 posts. So I'm measuring down 7.5 inches and add another 4 inches and using a square in order to cut it at exactly 7.5 inches. The square will help me keep my cut straight. As you can see, I'm using a DeWalt saw for Harbor Freight, square, and clamp. Look like I picked the biggest one in the store. I couldn't find my smaller ones. And if you know anything about construction, you have to start somewhere. Now from the top, I measured over 3 inches because all boards don't come exactly 2x4 or 2x6. They come in an 1.5 inches. So if you do 2 boards back to back, that's 3 inches for a beam. I got to tell you, I really like my Cobalt saw better than DeWalt because the chute is on the side that I'm cutting on, and on the Cobalt it's on the opposite side, so the dust doesn't really fly in my face. I guess this is an example of what not to do, is to take the measurement from the opposite side instead of being directly over the cut. You'll see why I say that in a moment. Look at me. I'm like, man, this line looked crooked. So I had to remeasure. But if you're not sure, it doesn't always measure twice. It doesn't hurt anything. You always want to get a perfect cut. I tell you what, here in Florida, it was about 100 degrees at 9 a.m. It was extremely hot. It was almost unbearable. And I climbed up this ladder so many times, my feet hurt extremely bad when I got done at the end of the day. Now let me tell you something. When you're always doing something, the phone rings at the most inopportune time. And then it turns out to be a spam call. Woo, I was mad. Okay, so I cut on both sides of this post so that I can use the Sawzall and get as close a cut as I can. There's a knot right in the middle of this cut. Like I said, it's extremely hot in Florida, and my phone overheated. For this project, I'm using an iPhone, and I've been an Android guy my whole life. So maybe I'll be switching back to Android. All right, so what I did, I took a 2x4 and I cut it. And I made two sections that are about 14 inches apiece, and I placed one on one side and one on the other. That helped me to hold the 2x8s into place. When you're doing this type of work, you have to work smarter, not harder.
Hey, how you doing?
You need a hand?
Oh, no, I'm good. Thank you.
So yeah, I stopped recording. I met a really nice guy who was exercising, who stopped and asked if I needed help. You know, of course I was good, but he didn't know. He just saw a person that I needed help. So what I'm doing is securing the beam just with some 3-inch screws. I'm gonna come back and put pass-through bolts into each side of the beam. Okay, so in order to make these 16 inches on center, I measured 15 1/4. That way when I place the spacers, they'll be on center 16 inches. It's a 2x4, it's actually 1.5 inches. So to find out if I have the right measurement from this point to this point, I usually put a post, a joist here, and measure it out. Then I'll take it off and I put it down here on the very end. And if they fit, that means I'm perfectly square and I won't have to adjust each one. I can just copy and paste, which is what I'm doing now. Do this, just get me a drill bit and drill right here. Then I drill this corner out. Then I come over here and I usually use this saw here. Alright, I sit that here. Ooh, it's hot. Get me a jigsaw. I'll stick the blade right here. And I'll cut it off. Just like that. Sometimes I flip this over because the saw cut crooked. So I flip it and I cut the other side to make sure it's straight. That's it. Oh, then I go down here where I mark my angle and I cut. Okay, so I started putting these boards up here for support. Now we have to put these rafters in. Put them up with no words. All right. I really don't know who the cameraman is, but he needs to be fired. See how easy that
Jeez.
is? These are 1.5 inch galvanized screws. That's it. Thank you for watching the first part of this build with Franklin Repair Services. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe.